Ladies and gentlemen, as the YN say, we back. We back like Jordan 96, 97. Back to back. You feel me? Uh it's your boy Ron the Don. I don't even know if I remember how to do this properly. I'm your host of the Link Up Podcast. It's another week in wrestling. Your other host, Mr. All-in-One from the 631 Alexander, Mr. 0-3 himself. Man, we got a lot to talk about this week, dog. Wrestling is getting spicy.
Ain't nobody talking about that. Now, see, I'm not 0-3. Difficulties is definitely 0-3. That's the first person 0-3. Technical difficulties. And the second, Charlotte Flair.
Ooh, he brought up Charlotte Flair, man. Let's get into it. Friday Night SmackDown. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I mean, it really wasn't much to see. It was a tough segment to watch, but Tiffany and Charlotte quickly got personal. Throughout this entire rivalry, it seems like they've been taking jabs at each other. The chemistry is not meshing well. They're doing all they can to build up this WrestleMania match. But Mr. Xander, what were you thinking after you saw this promo on SmackDown between Tiffany and Charlotte?
It didn't really do nothing for me on neither side. But Charlotte was the one of all of them that was like it was the most cringe watching her, because she's the one that's the most experienced, yet she's the one that's struggling the most out of the two. Because I mean, Tiffany Stratton, I mean, yeah, she may have stumbled a little bit upon her words in the ring when she was cutting her promo, but she still held her own. You know what I'm saying? And I guess they had to cut like the segment altogether after, you know what I'm saying, after some words were exchanged about personal life. You know what I'm saying? So, ooh, that right there was just crazy, man. I didn't really think that she would stoop that low like that. But at the same time, it's wrestling at the end of the day, so it's like, is there nothing really off limits?
Shoot, once you out in front of a live crowd on live TV, anything goes.
But it's crazy seeing that Charlotte was the one that, like, you could tell, bro. Like, once Tiffany Stratton left the ring after she said 0-3, bro, the look on her face, bro, and the camera showed it. The look on her face, bro, she looked hurt, bro. Like, she was like, yeah, I just got humbled a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is about like these Charlotte feuds, because this ain't the first time we've seen Charlotte get into it with Sasha Banks. We've seen Charlotte get into it, or excuse me, Mercedes Moné. We've seen Charlotte get into it with Nia Jax, Becky Lynch with the whole title exchange thing. This is not new for Charlotte, but I agree with you. What's really shocking me is how Charlotte is reacting to like her crowd reaction. Like, this is somebody who, believe it or not, is a good heel. I think she just hasn't recovered from the fact that once she came back, the fans start booing her, and that was clearly not the direction she probably thought. When she came back, the fans were gonna miss her and everything, and she was gonna get that admiration, but it just hasn't been the case. In the words of Draymond Green, they don't love you like that. Like, and it's tough, but I just feel like, for things to get personal, one thing I will say, it made the feud a little bit more interesting, because for weeks now it's been kind of like, it's on SmackDown, man, where Jacob Fatu at? But now it's like, okay, it was cringy, but they was talking that talk, Kaiser in the DMs. I see you, Kaiser.
But you and I can both agree that Kaiser is not in Charlotte DM.
I mean, we obviously knew that. Charlotte was just trying to say something to have a comeback. That's just all she could think of at that point.
Yeah, she lost, bro. Like, look, that right there is one of them things where when somebody throws something personal at you, then you gotta try to hit them back with something, but it just don't hit. That's one of those situations right there.
But then it's
Like,
like, who really lost? Because Tiffany on the ramp was holding the belt upside down, bro. It was just it's an all time tragic segment. But looking at that, Charlotte has gone through this like in the past. Do you think we at the point where we can honestly say that Charlotte is the problem?
definitely. If there's too much like backstage stuff going on with her, and like I'm telling you, it's more so like it's like an ego thing. She feels like she has to, do 20 times more just because she's a player. Like, just just do what you came here to do. You know what I'm saying? Perform. That's really it. Perform. You know what I'm saying? Make memorable moments and call it a day.
Honestly, I know what the fix for Charlotte is, but I think we're too far gone for her to even get there. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
perfect, like for instance, perfect example, Roman Reigns hated him. Like not me, but like everybody hated him because it was like he's getting forced down our throats every year, main event in WrestleMania, taking spots away from people that we actually want to see. And then COVID hits, he comes back. They let him experiment with his character a little bit. Now we have the OTC Roman Reigns, the most interesting, entertaining guy probably in the whole company. So with Charlotte, I say all that to say, like with Charlotte, I just think that it's more of a she's getting force fed to the fans, and we haven't really seen Charlotte be her authentic self. To be honest, like she's just Ric Flair's daughter. So it's like, what has she really like? Tiffany called her a nepo baby. It's kind of true. Like it's like
Hmm.
just like Shane and Stephanie McMahon. Like Stephanie McMahon, she was always Vince's daughter, Triple H's wife. Like outside of being Stephanie McMahon, Shane kind of set himself apart because he was the one doing the high flying, high risk maneuvers. So everybody loved Shane. But when Stephanie was on the screen, outside of the little run she had in the ruthless aggression era when she was SmackDown GM, not really many people liked Stephanie, especially when she was a part of the Authority. They were tired of seeing her on the TV. So it's kind of like I just think Charlotte got herself stuck in that hole for sure.
Yeah. It ain't looking too good for Charlotte right now. But hey, man.
But hey,
But
man,
I've been saying, look, bro, I've been saying this already, bro. It's never a good time, you know what I'm saying, looking at a 24-inch flat screen TV every time, you know what I'm saying, she turns away. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
uh,
saying.
hey.
If you know, you know.
Anyhow, I hope Charlotte wins the belt at WrestleMania.
I don't.
Sticking, sticking with hold
I
on.
don't. I don't.
The
I don't.
reason
I
the
don't.
re,
No, Tiffany Stratton needs to stay champion
but
after WrestleMania.
this is why I want her to win because it's gonna piss everybody off. That's the only reason. Outside of that, I don't want
I
to see
think
it. But
Tiffany
the only
Stratton
reason
needs her WrestleMania moment, bro. Like, it is what it is, dog. Like, we not doing this, bro. Charlotte, bro. No, we are not doing this, bro.
I'm just saying, like maybe this gonna sound crazy, but granted, they haven't really done much with her, but Tiffany Stratton really hasn't had a super interesting title run, like since she's won the belt. So at least Charlotte, I know she gonna be the most hated. She gonna make that thing interesting, right or wrong.
Well, shit. Hey, look though. She can make the title reign interesting, but she can't make, you know what I'm saying, what's behind her shape. She can't
Hey,
make it shape.
I plead the fifth on that one. Man, hey, since we on this topic, man, I don't be trying to go crazy on the show like that. But Charlotte, you got to get new gear. All that sagging, we not going for it in 2025. I'm telling you, WrestleMania, you can't be out here wearing saggy fits. I'll just, I'll just say it.
I'll plead the fifth on that one, bro. I'm gonna be quiet now.
Man, next topic. We finally found out what the favor was when CM Punk revealed to Roman Reigns at the end of SmackDown that the favor is for Paul Heyman to accompany CM Punk at WrestleMania for the night one main event, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. Now, before we got to this point of this being a done deal, Roman Reigns was under the belief that Paul Heyman wouldn't dare. But before Roman Reigns even got to the building, Paul Heyman said, no matter the favor, the answer is yes. Then you fast forward to last week when Roman Reigns told CM Punk to acknowledge him. People picked up the fact that Paul Heyman was in the back saying, don't do it. So now we got Paul Heyman switching out on Roman Reigns to be by CM Punk's side at WrestleMania. You know, is Paul Heyman ran through or what?
There's long-term storytelling on both sides of the coin, bro. You got for CM Punk, like 10 plus years ago, I remember Paul Heyman literally telling CM Punk that he will be by his side in the main event of WrestleMania. And well, that's coming true. And on the other side of the coin, Roman Reigns is now officially alone. And that goes back to what Cody Rhodes said about him in 2023. That at the end of the day, he will be by himself. So hey, they cooking with that.
All of this for Paul Heyman to leave with Seth Rollins at the end of WrestleMania Night 1.
Now we gotta talk about that Roman Reigns go to sleep sale, bro.
Man, what? Hey, that boy
Looking
selling
like
his ass off.
I seen a meme, bro. They said he was looking like how what's his face? Peter Griffin does every time he fall down the stairs, bro.
Nah, I seen because you know LeBron was in the game against the Warriors and he was laid down on the floor. They put him and Roman Reigns side by side, bro.
No.
With Muhammad Ali standing over him with the little pose with the fist. I was like, dang. Yeah. But shoot, yeah, no, Roman Reigns sold that. But are you kind of let down by what this favor could have been? Because a lot of people thought like this is gonna result in a championship opportunity, maybe forcing himself into a championship match at WrestleMania, joining The Rock, selling his soul to The Rock. Him and Paul Heyman. Are you kind of let down by the fact that the favor was just simply Paul Heyman being in CM Punk's corner at WrestleMania?
No, I'm not. Because that's actually the more realistic favor that where it still ties into the storyline. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I don't think that favor was like we can't treat that favor like it's like a Money in the Bank contract or a Royal Rumble match win. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't treat it like that. I think that favor, it's always been a psychological game with Roman Reigns because he never knew when he was going to cash in that favor. And this has been he's been talking about that favor since Survivor Series. So it's always been in the back of Roman's mind. So it had to have done that. Like it would have had to have had something to do with Roman Reigns at the end of the day. So I ain't
now that Roman Reigns is back on his own, what does this mean for him? Does he go crawling back to Seth Rollins? Does he go crawling back to the bloodline? Does he finally, re-embrace being the big dog where he was all on his lonely?
Just be all by himself right now, I guess. He don't need nobody.
I seen a theory talking about what if Solo Sikoa come back to him and have his back at WrestleMania, help him win the match.
I don't know about that, bro. We'll have to see.
Nah, but as of right now, who do you think takes the win at WrestleMania between these three? Seth Rollins kind of feel like the forgotten piece of the puzzle, so I feel
He's
like
my favorite to win, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's
because of all the people who could benefit from the win, it's definitely him.
It's tough because it's like yes, but then like Seth Rollins also won the cage match in Madison Square Garden too. So then that made me feel
but
like
he technically didn't win. He just got thrown out.
I mean, yeah, technicalities and all that, he still won.
He still won, but he got thrown out. So I think really he could benefit more from this win. That's just me because look, you're coming off of being 0-2 in the same WrestleMania, bro. You lost both of your WrestleMania matches, dog.
Yeah,
Last year. So yeah,
that's valid,
he got to get the dub.
man.
But if not him, definitely CM Punk.
So Roman Reigns is no, huh?
I think I'm going to go as far as Roman Reigns is the one that's going to get pinned.
I was gonna ask you. I was just gonna ask you that. Now
Yeah.
that I gotta see to believe.
I mean, hey, I wouldn't be surprised. He got pinned by Solo Sikoa in the past. Got pinned by Cody Rhodes. Got pinned by Jey Uso. Hey, I would not be surprised, bro.
I respect it. I just
Yes,
want to see if
sir.
the fix is in, because I really think Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman brewing something up, but I could be wrong because I don't really see Seth Rollins as a Paul Heyman guy, but I just feel like, you know, sticking with the theme of heated discussions on Monday Night Raw. Ooh, we had a promo battle for the ages. Cody Rhodes, John Cena in the middle of the ring, going bar for bar, jab for jab. Cody saying that it's John Cena. They was chanting, "You can't wrestle." Cena saying he make empires for billionaires. Cody just steals the money from him. And I saw in the interview that Cody Rhodes did, him and John Cena actually clashed behind the scenes, saying that John Cena believes Cody Rhodes isn't authentic enough to be the guy in WWE. So he's not himself. So what was your take on like this promo and just this rivalry as it stands?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think John Cena bit off a little more than he could chew on this one, bro. I think Cody Rhodes is actually able to hold his own with him. You know what I'm saying? So
You think so?
I do. I think so. He was able to hold his own with him. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you got to also understand, too, I do think John Cena lightened up a little bit.
That's what I was going to say.
He didn't really say as much as he wanted to say. Because I'm going to be honest with you. John Cena, bro, on the mic, bro, he goes there. Even as a baby face, he was going there. But just imagine how he's talking as a heel now, bro.
Nah, for real. Hey, one thing I noticed though, as Cody was giving his promo, John Cena was holding back a smile because like he was low key proud and impressed. I feel like of that promo that Cody Rhodes was giving because he wasn't expecting all of that. Like so, nah, I thought it was dope, but this definitely made me more hyped for the match because one thing I was starting to get tired of was John Cena addressing the fans. Because it was really like he turned on Cody Rhodes, so it ain't got nothing to do with us. We still love John Cena. I don't know what all the hostility about. Feel me?
Yeah, man. Like I said, John Cena, he ain't nothing that this man gonna do. It's gonna be like, all right, look, I can't mess with dog no more.
You think we're gonna see The Rock again before we get to WrestleMania? He was in London when they was having this showdown, but he ain't showed the Monday Night Raw. But he
really
posted
ain't
on
got
his
a
Instagram.
choice. They really ain't got a choice because if we're being honest, The Rock is the callus of the heel turn, bro. Like, how are you gonna have him have something to do with the heel turn and he don't show up?
No, for sure.
Make it make sense. So I think if we don't see him before WrestleMania, we see him at WrestleMania and we see him cost Cody Rhodes the championship, possibly. Even though I do want Cody Rhodes to beat him.
That would be tough.
Even though I do want Cody Rhodes to beat him because if he gets that championship at WrestleMania, bro, after turning heels, I'm like, bro, like you got the 17th championship, but at what cost, fam? You sacrifice your love of the fans, the love of the fans, and your love for the game, bro. Just for
John
that
Cena.
17th championship? Come on now, bro. But you know what will be funny though?
What?
If John Cena, AA's Ric Flair, bro. Because he's gonna be there. I could see John Cena doing something like that, though. I could see him doing something like that.
Hey, he actually addressed Ric Flair in his promo too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he does win that championship, bro,
Shoot.
I could definitely see him giving the AA to Ric Flair. I ain't gonna lie, I would laugh, bro. I
Nah,
would
he
laugh.
would be goated. I
I
don't
would.
want personally. I don't even want to see Ric Flair take any moves because, like, it's over for him. No more,
You think so?
bruh. He should have been retired, bruh.
Crazy,
Like,
man.
but hey, speaking of personal, the world heavyweight champion Gunther made it personal when I ain't gonna lie, that boy Jimmy Uso effed up by slapping this man because not only did he beat Jimmy to an inch of his life, beat him bloody, had him battered. Gunther took the blood, spreaded it all over himself, even tasted it a little bit. If that's what he into. I don't know what he into. And then all the while he had Jay Uso hooked up, zip tied to the corner, watching it all. Now, before I ask you the question, Jay Uso, from now until WrestleMania, I don't want to hear no yeet. I don't want to hear none of that. I needed you to show up and it be on site. Jay Uso told me he was gonna crash out at WrestleMania. I need him to crash out now. My question to you, Mr. Xander, can Jay Uso get it back in blood?
I think if they want this to be super believable, bro, not only does he have to beat Gunther, but he gotta beat Gunther's ass, bro. I'm talking like he has to whoop his ass, bro. Because I mean, look, crash out Jay Uso, bro.
The greatest.
Back in the bloodline for the whole Yeet movement. Dog was on something, bro.
An elite crash out.
Now I see where the YNs got, you know what I'm saying? They got the inspiration from, you feel me? Jay Uso.
Nah, but when you think about it, this could be the way because that would be elite storytelling if you think about it. Because in order for Jay to become a crash out, Roman had to break him down physically and emotionally. So, like the fact that Gunther, in a sense, is doing the same thing, you could make the case it'll be much more believable. But when Jay Uso show up on Monday Night Raw, I'm gonna need him to be like Booker T described, not wanting no bread, not wanting no water, just me. He gotta get his get back, bro. Hey, Booker's words, not mine, bro. Not mine, bro. Shoot.
Oh boy.
Man, shout out to Gunther, man. Really tasting the man blood. Shoot. Gunther, he the type, he gonna make you believe it, bro. For all the people that be like wrestling is fake, Gunther is one of those guys. I feel like you step in the ring with him, fake no more. So, but man, from blood to blood, AEW is, according to Tony Khan, about to get more hardcore and extreme. This is coming off the heels of the spot with John Moxley, where he was backdropped onto the bat with spikes in it, and RVD came out and said this makes him not, want to associate with AEW and wants to associate with WWE more because this is not it. And of course, all the other people were calling out RVD for being a hypocrite, saying that he was in ECW, which was essentially doing the same stuff. Where do you stand on all this? Are you excited that AEW is about to get more hardcore?
I really couldn't care for real, honestly, and that's no disrespect to AEW. It's just like, yes, everybody wants to see a hardcore spot, but excuse me, what RVD was saying, I think he knows the risk that comes with doing those hardcore spots. which is why he's saying he doesn't want to associate with that type of stuff because he knows that him doing all them hardcore spots in ECW, excuse me, that just cuts your career short. You know, and when you cut your career short, like how you gonna make bread?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how you gonna get those deals? How you gonna go out here and do stuff in regards to wrestling? Your career gonna get cut short, bro. It just is what it is. You doing all these little high flying spots, these what they call death defying spots, freaking flaming tables, suplexing into spiked bats. Like, bro, I seen that. I instantly cringed, bro.
Yeah. No,
I
it's
instantly
definitely.
cringed because it's just like I would never agree to nothing like that. I'm sorry, I wouldn't.
And I was gonna ask you because you're a wrestler, so like
I would
I was
never
gonna
agree to
ask
nothing
you
like
how
that.
that worked.
I would never agree to nothing like that. The most that I think personally, at least until the time comes, that I would agree that like any spot that I would agree on is a blood spot. Me having to show color. I would agree to something like that. If it makes sense for the match and for the storyline and the psychology part
See,
of the whole thing, I'll
that's
do it.
where I wanted to bring it to because like I feel a lot about this. Like honestly, if you were really tapped into ECW, not saying I was like crazy because I'm like young, so I wasn't even born when ECW was at its peak. But like when I went back and watched matches, to be honest, RVD wasn't doing like crazy stuff like this. Like people think he did.
He was just
Even when
cool, bro.
even in TNA, remember when Abyss had Janice, which was a bat with spikes on it? He never hit RVD with it on TV. Like when they did the scene when he was cut up, it was just RVD in the backstage, just bloody everywhere. They never really showed like him hitting RVD with the bat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as far as RVD, one of my favorite wrestlers, so I'm always gonna be on his side. And
Look,
then
RVD was just cool, so he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to make up
exactly
for that because he was already cool. I mean, shoot, he made a lot of people want to rock them type of singlets. You know what I'm saying?
that facts.
Like,
And then
bro, he was just cool like that. Like,
and that's what I'm trying to say. Like for him, he's basically saying like he's seen what everything happened. He doesn't feel like it's necessary, and
it ain't.
like
Especially in
also
today's wrestling, it's not.
yeah, also like another thing he said that I agree. Like once you start doing those spots, like ECW was kept in a bubble. You know what I'm saying? So like now that AEW is starting to incorporate this more, then the fans that like really like that stuff, they're gonna want you to keep doing it, and then that's gonna limit like like the growth that you can have because the reason that WWE stopped showing color as much as they do, stop with the profanity because they want to make sure the whole family can watch it. Like, shoot, I remember being a kid and like stuff like that. If my parents saw that on TV, it was an instant cutoff. Shoot, I used to be going out sad when they used to do bra and panties matches, boy. Instant cutoff. Edge
Man,
and
look,
Edge, Edge and Lita live sex celebration, instant cutoff, bro. I ain't get
look,
to watch
man. It was
nothing.
a time where like I would never forget this, bro. I'm in there watching wrestling, bro. It was a bra and panties match going on, bro. And who just happens to walk into the room? My mother. She sees that and like, what the hell are you watching, bro? I had to tell her, I'm like, Mom, I swear this is wrestling. This is professional wrestling. I swear this is wrestling. It's like, no, I don't want to hear it. Turn it off. That's nasty. Turn it off. I'm like, all right, whatever. Turns it off. It's like anytime, like, see, look, like anytime there was like a women's match going on, you had to be on the edge of your seat back then because it's like, bro, you
Nah,
did not
facts.
know, bro. Whereas now, bro, I could watch a women's match
And it's no
anywhere.
problem. Yeah.
Right.
But then another thing, like you kind of said it, alluded to it too. Like another thing that I be having a problem with, like, what's the story behind it? The only one that I kind of understand is Moxley, only because like if you know him, you know he came up from CZW, and they like that's what they known for. But like everybody else, what is like the real story like behind that? The Hangman and Swerve, like it made sense because they really hated each other, but at the same time, like I'm kind of like you. If I was in the professional wrestling business, I'm not being a power bomb on no cinder block, bruh, or like
Look, I'm not being powerbomb on a cinder block. I'm not gonna voluntarily take staples and put them in my
that's what I'm
chest. Like,
saying. Like,
bro, like I'm not about to look. I'm not about to take this and just start.
but I salute
Like,
them though.
come
Like,
on, man.
it's no hate, but I just feel like especially somebody like Swerve, um, who like is still relatively like young in wrestling years. Like, bro, you got your whole future ahead of you, and you have mega star potential. So, like, if you shorten your career, that's the less, you know, legendary status you get out of that.
That's what I'm
So,
saying.
but
Like,
not
bro, think about it like this. You ain't seen wrestlers like, let's see, Booker T, John Cena, and all them boys
mm.
doing no hardcore spots like that.
And then like to even further that argument, like my favorite wrestler, like, and the reason why I be like feeling the way I feel about it, my favorite wrestler is Jeff Hardy. Because he did all those insane spots, he had to take medication. Then what happened? He started getting, you know the story. He start getting and then when they say Jeff Hardy at his peak was bigger than Barack Obama, it's like he didn't really get to live that peak long enough because of the problems he had. RVD, he didn't get to live out his peak long enough when he was a double champ. Like, you got to take heed to all of this, man.
Telling you,
It's
bro,
crazy.
nowadays, bro, Dog would have been a megastar, bro.
Both of them. Speaking of the megastar, great segue. We got more WrestleMania changes announced. Jacob Fatu defeated Braun Strowman in a last man standing match. So it would be him and not Big Jim challenging for LA Knight's US Championship at WrestleMania. It was also announced that Naomi and Jade Cargill will go one-on-one at the Show of Shows. Logan Paul and AJ Styles and Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre will battle it out. But somebody who unfortunately will not be making the show is Kevin Owens. He came out on SmackDown to announce that he has a serious neck injury that he's been dealing with for a while. And no, it was not in the ladder match during that spot where Sami Zayn watched him get bludgeoned. It was before that. And, now he has to step away for a while and really, see if he's able to come back, which I hope he does. I've been on this show saying that Kevin Owens is the most underrated talent in wrestling. So I really want him to win another world title one day. But shout out to KO. Sucks that he's gonna miss that match with Randy. I don't really know where Randy is going from here. He RKO'd Nick Aldis. Got some people hyped thinking that Nick Aldis might make his WWE debut in, at WrestleMania against Randy. So your thoughts on all these WrestleMania matches coming up?
Now I wouldn't be surprised if Nick Aldis either did two things. A, if he went into the square circle himself and faced Randy Orton because he tired of getting RKO'd.
Mm-hmm.
Or B, Nick Aldis ends up throwing Randy Orton a curveball and gets him somebody that he's never wrestled before.
That'd be
Or at
dope.
least hasn't
That'd be
wrestled in a
tough.
long time.
That'd
Which
be
is who I
tough.
think, and who a lot of people else think, Aleister Black.
That's what I think. But then it's
I
like,
don't think.
dang, like Randy would have to take a L though. Not necessarily, but most likely if you
I
don't
can
want to
see
kill
it.
momentum.
I can see it. Well, that's where you have. That's where you have the Nick Aldis match. Nick Aldis
Yeah.
gets in there. Randy Orton can beat him.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the Jigga 2 and LA Knight match, I like that Jigga 2 is getting a WrestleMania match.
Hey man, it's time. Even though I don't think he's gonna win, but it's time.
I wouldn't be surprised though.
Nah, it's I wouldn't be surprised, but I feel like it's gonna be the Las Vegas screw job. He gonna get screwed
Think
over by
Solo
his
gonna
own.
cost him?
Yep.
And that's where we're gonna get the I Hate You Solo.
Bro, that's gonna hit like crack, boy. I'm
Telling you,
telling
bro.
you. I just want to see what side Tama Tonga gonna be on. Cause he's kind of over, like his thing is kind of over too. So
Yeah.
like I'm pretty sure the crowd will like cheering for him. Plus, like Haku and the Tonga kid, both their fathers used to be like tag team partners. So it's like, you think he gonna run with Solo or you think he gonna run with Jacob type stuff. But nah. How you
I can
feel
see
about the name?
Jacob though, just because they've been tag team champs together.
Yeah. How you feel about the Naomi heel turn though?
Nah,
Nah, nah.
it ain't doing nothing for me right now.
Shoot, man, you better proceed with caution. That junk. Bye. She just got to change the theme song though. Like you can't have that theme song and be a heel. I'm sorry.
Right. Now,
But I
Logan
think
Paul versus AJ Styles. Watch that be AJ Styles' second best WrestleMania match, bro. I'm calling it right now.
which one was the first?
AJ Styles and Shane McMahon, bro.
Oh, I thought you was about to say Shinsuke. I was about to say,
No.
nah. I know. I agree with you. It's
But they
AJ Styles
did.
and
They did have
it's
a good
AJ
match
Styles
in
and
New
Shane.
Japan, though.
Nah, yeah, that's what we thought we was
Not
gonna get. That's what we thought we was gonna
getting
get.
WrestleMania. Man,
Um,
we was not getting that shit, bro.
hey, but nah, Randy Orton, bro. I need you to do something that Xander wouldn't like. I need you to go ahead and sell your soul, my boy. Go ahead and join the group. Y'all can all be bald together. Take over the company. It'd be tough. I'm telling you, bro.
Watch out, bro. He's not joining The Rock, bro.
Never say never.
He is not joining The Rock, bro.
I've been seeing the videos of the old bald Randy Orton that used to punt people in the head, bro. He can get back to it.
Yeah, you know what? You know what, bro? Go ahead and join. So when y'all break up, you could punt The Rock in the head, bro. Cause he ain't never had that before.
Just imagine Cody laying on the ground, WrestleMania, Randy Orton coming out to save. The Rock hit one of these. Boy, it's over with. Boy, you punt right to the head. Cody out of action. Man,
And
gotta
usually,
see.
bro, them
Gotta
punt
see.
kicks, bro. If you got hit with one of them punt kicks, bro, you are out for a bare minimum of 6 months, bro. That's one of them finishers where it was like, all right, bet you need some time off. Say less. We're gonna put you in the match with Randy, or you gonna punch you in the head.
Bro. I ain't gonna lie. Randy Orton was such a savage. I'll never forget when like Cody Rhodes hugged Dusty, and then, and then he RKO'd Dusty Rhodes and putting him in the head, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He did that boy Cody in the worst way.
Crazy, man.
Shoot. But nah, as far as the match card so far, you excited, not too excited, WrestleMania.
It's pretty solid Mania, you know. They have their
I'm
good matches. They have some matches that don't need to be on there, you know. Typical Mania match. Typical Mania card, you know.
Shoot, maybe we'll see Mello Don't Miss on there competing for the tag team championships. But
Carmelo, man, he deserves so much better, man.
what you mean? They asked him.
He deserves so much better, man. Like, bro, you mean to tell me in that whole lackluster reign with Shinsuke Nakamura, bro. Carmelo Hayes couldn't win that championship one time.
Bro, him and Andrade did that best of 7 series match for no reason, bro. Man, one person I can see Carmelo mixing it up with is that boy Ray Phoenix. He made his debut on SmackDown against Nathan Frazier. Ray Phoenix said afterwards he been waiting a long time for this. Similar to his brother Penta, he is WWE. Man, what did you think about Ray Phoenix's debut, and what do you think his ceiling is in WWE?
He's finally free. You know, I just wanna. I'm just happy about that. He's finally free. He broke through the chains. Now he signed with WWE. Now, as far as opponents and his ceiling, I think he can do pretty good things, just like Penta can do pretty good things. Now, we do need them Lucha Bros as a reunion at some point.
Nah.
And there's a lot of tag teams that they can go against, bro.
Yeah, but before we get to that, we need brother versus brother at WrestleMania, bro.
Ain't gonna happen at this WrestleMania, I tell you that for sure.
No, not this WrestleMania, but I'm talking about next year.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta
Who
get
gonna be
it.
the heel though?
Definitely Penta. He got more of the charisma.
Yeah.
Nah, but it's crazy. I saw a lot of people hating online. I guess they're not familiar with Ray Phoenix game, but they saying like the WWE ain't even try with the presentation and everything. They basically like parallel. Him and Penta's logo is kind of the same. Like the whole rollout and everything was the same. You know, IWC talk. But I'm honestly cool with it. I mean, they're brothers at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
their careers are probably gonna be in parallel, like being that they own different brands. But who is somebody that you really want to see Ray Phoenix go against, like down the line, excluding
You gotta
Penta?
run it with Jigga Fatu.
Crazy, that'd be crazy.
You gotta run it. You gotta run it with CM Punk.
Really, that'll be
You
tough.
gotta run it with Seth Rollins.
I was just about to say that. Definitely, Carmelo
And this
Hayes.
last person that I'm gonna say you gotta run it with is gonna be a shocker. But he gotta run it with Paul Heyman. I'm just playing.
Hey, I mean, shoot, Paul Heyman. He could be the next Paul Heyman guy if he need a manager on the microphone. Be the next Paul Heyman guy. But nah, definitely Carmelo Hayes, Rey Mysterio, and you said Seth Rollins. Shoot.
I just don't need Carmelo Hayes losing.
Oh no, he gonna lose. Bro, I'm telling, bro, I've been saying this for a long time. They don't love Carmelo Hayes like you think they do, bro. You was trying to tell me like, nah, what they doing is building him up. Look where he at right now. No disrespect to the Miz, but bro, he in the tag team with the Miz, bro. You know when you get into a tag team with the Miz, it's over for you, bro. The Big Show, John Morrison, even though they had a solid tag team run.
No, I just think a face turn's coming out of it.
Hopefully. Man, Ricky Starks tearing it up in NXT. He beat Shawn Spears in the main event. He became your new NXT North American champion right before Stand and Deliver. He was then attacked by Ethan Page. So, you know, is the revolution televised or is it the revolution televised? Can't even talk.
Already, man. He's really North American Championship already, bro. That should let you know what the ceiling is for Ricky Saints already, bro. He's gonna be an NXT champ. No, it's no doubt. He's gonna be an NXT champion, bro. If they put the North
Definitely.
American Championship on him not even a month in, bro, he's going places.
Like now you got him, Ethan Page, Shawn Spears, all in the middle of the pack. Probably gonna be a match at Stand and Deliver. fighting it out for that NXT North American Championship. So did Tony Khan fumble or did Tony Khan fumble?
In the words of Cody Rhodes, bro, they are definitely in the right place.
Definitely.
AEW wasn't doing nothing for them boys, man. They wasn't doing nothing. Tony Khan's swinging the air right now, like Trey from Boys in the Hood.
I ain't gonna lie though. I do gotta call out WWE for something though. Even though they're doing it way better, but if you really think about it, WWE be like doing the same thing AEW be doing. They just like make it look good. Getting all the free agents, making more titles, putting people in factions, like getting all this talent and not using them. Women's division is lacking.
In the words of Ezekiel Jackson, they make this look good. You better make this look good.
That's my only gripe with WWE though. Like they be bringing in all this talent, they don't even be using the people that they got. Andrade came back for nothing, bro.
Don't even get me started on Andrade. Like
WWE speed legend, bro. Andrade, he came back for nothing,
Andrade, bro. Like I kind of feel for Dog, man. But hey, man, I think he got some stuff going on personally, man. So
yeah, I ain't even about to get into all that. That's crazy in itself.
Yeah,
but some other people that's on the way. It was announced WWE signed Rusev. AEW released Britt Baker. Allegedly, I don't know if this is true, but I've been seeing this everywhere. According to WrestleVotes, Britt Baker is released by AEW. I doubt that she's gonna be WWE bound because she is a dentist, so probably be tough. Saraya, aka Paige, got released from AEW. Been flirting with the fact that she could potentially not be mad at having a WWE reunion. Jeff Cobb, he's down there in WWE developmental. That's been reported. WWE also tried to get Kevin Knight, but he decided to go all elite as well. So, like I said, WWE is out here trying to really sign all the talent. Who are you most excited about potentially being on WWE television?
I'm excited for Rusev being back. But yeah, Britt Baker, it is confirmed. It is confirmed she has been released from AEW. And I ain't gonna lie, man. If she can only get her act together, bro, she will be a great asset to WWE. I think. Because from what I've seen in the ring, she got it in the ring. But I mean, hey, that boy Adam Cole, man. I still got questions, bro. Homeboy swinging in the air.
Yo. Nah. I'm excited to see Jeff Cobb, though. And then
can't wait for what they got for Rusev, man.
Nah, definitely. I'm waiting on Aleister Black. Shoot, I feel like by this time next year, we're gonna see that boy Zilla in the building. Could be, that WWE pipeline looking golden. Alexander gonna be in there soon. Shoot.
Yeah, who knows, man?
It's gonna be lights out for that nigga. But hey, man, that's really been it on the Weekend Wrestling. Chris Jericho said that he would be open to joining WWE.
Come home. If AJ gonna do it, then you could do it. Chris Jericho, come on home, fam. Come on. I'm telling you right now, I'm sure he could be a damn good coach probably for NXT. Bro.
The only reason I said that is because I feel like when CM Punk is done, that's where he gonna be at. Not to go too off on a tangent, but I really been thinking about this. When Triple H retired, bro, I really feel like CM Punk gonna be in charge of the company.
Think it's gonna be that far? Thinking that far out?
Yeah, like I just feel like, no pun intended, because his name is Phil, but I just feel like, I don't know, I could see it, like him finally having a company in his image. Now, granted, will he want to do that? I don't know, but I could see him. I could see Cody. I could see Roman. Nah, I take that back. It's probably gonna be Roman Reigns because The Rock is on the board of directors, so it's probably going to family. But
yeah,
hey, man, that's it for me, man. That's been a week in wrestling. Anything you want to say to the people before we head on out of here?
I am not 0-3. That is not my record. That is the record of Charlotte Flair.
Man, I'm your boy Ron the Don, your other host Alexander, and like that, we out.